This is your guide on how to use neopronouns. I'm going to use some of the pronouns listed in this video that this person commented on. Here's the pronouns that we're going to be using. First, I'm going to say a sentence with she, her pronouns, and then I'm going to say it with these, her pronouns. She went to the store to buy her favorite ice cream for herself. Z went to the store to get their favorite ice cream for herself. Hey, you shouldn't take that. I think that's theirs. Now let's use the noun self pronouns. You can use pronouns that correlate, such as cute gore splits into cute and gore as pronouns, but you can also just use them individually. So you can use cute or gore. Let's try them out. She went to the store to get her favorite ice cream for herself. Cute went to the store to get Gore's favorite ice cream for Gore's self. And here's cute and gore individually. Cute went to the store to get cute favorite ice cream for cute self. Gore went to the store to get Gore favorite ice cream for Gore self. Here's more examples. Hey, that's Gore's. Can you not touch Gore things? Hey, that's Cute's. Can you not touch cute things? I hope this helped.
I don't know what any of that means, but it sounds fucking retarded.
Hey guys, real quick, before we get into it, I just wanted to say that I started a Give, Send, Go page a few weeks ago to try to fight back against this massive YouTube censorship and suppression. And I want to thank everyone that has helped out so far. And if you're interested in helping me fight what seems like an uphill battle, I will put a link to that in the description box below, as well as in the pinned comments. And with that being said, let's get into it. Now, if you place your attention on the screen for a moment. So this portly fella, Erica, who is a biological man that identifies as a trans woman, posted these before and after transition photos. But if you ask me, it looks like he just had a shave and put on a woman's blouse, right? Am I right?
They're the same face! Doesn't anyone notice this? I feel like I'm taking crazy pills!
Now, since we apparently just celebrated Juneteenth a couple of days ago, we're going to keep it moving with this purple-haired fellow who thinks that white dudes should have to do some type of community service on Juneteenth. But what about people like me who don't even recognize it as a holiday? Roll it.
Juneteenth should have mandatory community service for white dudes. If you're a white dude and you're registered to vote, you know, you got a driver's license, you have a license to own a gun, if you have any of that stuff, you have to do a day of community service on Juneteenth. I'm not talking community service projects like painting a wall or picking up the trash in your neighborhood. A shift, 8-9 hours on Juneteenth, if you're a white guy, you gotta do a shift of community service, free labor. We're mowing lawns, we're washing cars, we're doing retail work, working at the grocery store, bus driving. I got a lot of spin-off ideas on this. I just got out of the shower with this. But we could have a database too, where black folks can post their shift, okay, post their job on Juneteenth, and we pick it up. We work it, they get paid for it, but we provide the labor, the community service. And if you can't work, okay, follow me. If you can't work, we'll set up, like we set up polling places in schools, we'll set up education places where you go in and you basically do a day of school, Black history, you know, critical race theory, things like that. We get ourselves educated.
How about new?
Now, since that young fellow we just heard from with the painted fingernails was talking to white dudes, let's hear from this young lady who is talking to white women. Roll it.
Are you a white woman? Okay. Now it's time for us to get into another volume of Am I MAGA presenting or not? Okay, now these are identifiers for non-MAGA white women. Okay, this means that if I see you in any of these identifiers, then I automatically know that you're safe. Okay, here we go. If your dating profile says, don't message me if you voted red, yeah. If it's 40 degrees out and you're drinking an iced coffee with oat milk, yeah, you safe. If you call other white women Karens when they fit the description of a Karen, you're safe. If you've been planning on going to brunch with your friends for the longest, but you were at the protest Saturday, duh. You know your zodiac sun, moon, and rising, you're probably safe. If you either cried on November 6th and 7th, called into work, or cussed someone out on those days as well, you're definitely safe.
That is the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
And next up, we have this young lady who does these fantastic man on the street interviews, but she's a woman, so I guess there would be woman on the street interviews. And here she is talking to this slightly rotund young lady who has Black Lives Matter and pride pins all over her jacket. Now, this is the resistance. Here they're at some kind of protest against Donald Trump. Roll it.
I'm not giving you any answers. I don't think anyone here wants to give you answers.
You're literally talking to me right now.
I know, because I'm telling you that I don't want to give you any answers. Nobody here wants to give you answers.
It's Donald Trump's birthday.
You're better to move on.
No.
You're better to move on.
No.
This is not the right place for you.
Aren't you all about inclusivity?
That's the paradox of inclusivity. The paradox of tolerance. Have you heard that?
What is so wrong with me that I shouldn't be welcome here?
Because we don't have to tolerate intolerance.
Go on. What about me specifically? Should I not be welcome here?
You are here questioning why people are here peacefully demonstrating. We have the right to be here peacefully demonstrating. Everyone here is literally telling you why they're here with their signs, with their very presence. And yet here you are, getting in people's faces, keeping them away from what's important. And so I'm done with you now, and I really just
you got your 15. No, because this is all about love, and so I should be welcome.
God damn, that's a big bitch.
And next up, we have this NBC News clip about trans people serving in the military or ultimately getting kicked out of the military when the new administration came in. Now, my only question is, are we going to want people suffering from anorexia or bulimia serving in our military and trying to protect our country, or are we going to hope and pray that they get the help that they need? Roll it.
I still want to serve. I still want to serve people. I still want to serve this country. Ryan Gunderman served in the Army for nearly 8 years before she voluntarily identified, now waiting for official separation. I was on the cusp of being able to serve as who I am. These military service members are preparing to start over. The new headshots, just the first step for the career military members now uncertain about where they'll work next, when they'll see a paycheck, how long they'll have health care, even where they'll live. It's a snapshot of the new reality for transgender service members after a Trump administration policy kicked in this month, effectively prohibiting transgender people from military service. The deadline just passed for active trans service members to identify themselves under orders from the Department of Defense. Of the 2.1 million members, the Defense Department says transgender people make up just over 4,000. About 1,000 stepped forward before the deadline. Those who did not now face a waiting game.
I'm not prepared to walk away from this. I don't have very much time to plan.
Master Sergeant Nick Wright with the Army National Guard is just a few months shy of 18 years of service and says he won't get the benefits he's earned.
I've given up 18 years of my life for this. Am I entitled to it? I mean, yeah, I should be, but it's more than that. It's bigger than that.
The Department of Defense did not respond to direct questions about soldiers' benefits after service. It did say that this is not a ban, rather a policy against those with gender dysphoria, the medical term for when someone feels their gender identity doesn't match their sex at birth. And the department fully intends to treat everyone impacted by the policy with dignity and respect.
No more dudes in dresses. We're done with that.
What is your response to that? We are going to keep serving this country, whether it's in uniform or out of it.
What is your major malfunction, numbnuts? Didn't mommy and daddy show you enough attention?
Hey guys, real quick, before we go any further, I want to give a huge shout out to the sponsors of today's video. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to let this loop on the screen. Now, I'm going to leave this muted because it might be a copyrighted song this person is singing and or lip syncing, but you're not missing out on anything because I don't even understand the lyrics. It might even be in a foreign language. I don't know. Anyway, today's video is being brought to us by our first sponsor is the one and only Coda 320. Our second sponsor is none other than Pastor Bob Rogers. And last but certainly not least, our third sponsor today is Paul Peak. Coda 320, Pastor Bob, and Paul, thank you all so much for sponsoring today's video. I really appreciate the support. And I want to give a big shout out to today's honorable mentions, Jess M. from Canada and Michael and Nina for each leaving a super thanks on the last video. So Jess and Michael and Nina, thank you all so much. I really appreciate it. So once again, today's video sponsors are Coda 320, Pastor Bob Rogers, and Paul Peak, with the honorable mentions going to Jess M. and Michael and Nina. Now, if you'd like to sponsor the next video and help support the channel, there is a PayPal link in the description box below, and I will say your full name as a sponsor of said video unless stated otherwise by you. All right, I think we've all seen enough of whatever this is for one day. Get this off the screen, please. Oof.
What the hell is even that?
And next up, we have this fella here in the dress talking about trans rights are human rights. Now, you notice they never tell us what rights we have that trans people don't, but I'm fairly certain this fella has all the same rights I do if he's in this country. Roll it.
Trans rights are human rights. Trans rights are human rights. For too long now, we as a community, a strong, a loud, a bold community, have been ignored. It's not that we don't speak up. It's not that we don't scream from the rooftops. It's that we have been ignored. And so what we need to start to do is to fight back. From here on out, we need to focus on making trans rights enforceable. There are 50,000 of us on the streets of London today to say no, to stand up and to enforce our rights as a community of people that have existed since time immemorial, who have always been here and who are going absolutely nowhere. Our revolution is impending, darlings, and our revolution will not be televised.
Whatever, dude. Whatever. Peace. God bless.
And next up, we have this fella, Ashley, who identifies as a trans woman and calls himself a lesbian. Now, I always thought Ashley was just trolling, but here he decided to drop some truth bombs on the rest of the trans community. Roll it.
Number one question I get asked all the time: what is it like to be a woman? Well, I couldn't tell you, because I'm not biologically woman. Like, I'm a trans woman, and we have our own struggles as it is. Like, y'all don't realize we go through struggles too, but it's nowhere near or anything compared to what a woman goes through, right? We have our own journeys. We're different. Women and trans are two different things. And I wish that society would realize we're just trying to be happy. And for those trans women that are out there saying that we're equal, we can never be equal. We could always do what we can to look the part, but we could never be equal. I hope you have a great day, and stay great. And remember, trans women, you're not a woman. You're a trans woman. And that will always be facts. Love you, and stay safe out there.
That's a bitch slap of truth right there.
Now, every time I see a video like this next one we're about to watch, I think to myself what a bad invention the internet was. Roll it.
I feel sorry for your mother.
All right, guys, we're going to be wrapping it up with this quick clip from a courtroom hearing where this fella decided to wear a jersey that says "World's Best Farter." Not World's Best Father, obviously, but World's Best Farter. And we're going to hear how the judge reacts. Anyway, things are clearly getting very crazy out there, guys, so please take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Till next time, love you guys. Peace. Roll it.
Was a good shirt to wear to court this morning. That's all you could find. That's all. The only shirt you had in your closet. World's Best Farter. That's great. No, it says, I can read it. I see what it says at the bottom. You're in felony court. You need to dress appropriately to felony court, and that's not appropriate.
Good one.
2, 10, 12, 15. Oops, stepping on a It's black. Anyway,